up, bookish babes? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I decided to give you guys a bookshelf tour. This is my very first bookshelf tour ever. Although since I first started my YouTube channel, I went from 1 to 3 shelves now, and I know a lot of people have a lot more books than I do, but that is okay with me because I am enjoying the ones that I do have, and I am actually obsessed with it. Now, I don't have any specific organization in, like there's no method to my madness. It's basically either by author or it's just up there. Like if it's, I don't have a second book to go with the same author, it's just up there. Like it's just up there. But I'm gonna stop rambling and we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Let me guys know how you guys organize your bookshelves. Let me know some of your favorite books that you may not see on the book, and if you have the same book as I have, you know, comment that down below. Let's get to chatting in the comment section. But yeah, let's hop right on up here to this shelf so I can share with you guys all the books that I've owned, and I'll let you guys know which one I read. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick spoiler. I haven't read half of these books up here, and when I say half, I mean exactly half, probably over half of the books I haven't read, but we're gonna get to them, so let's hop on up in it. All right, so we're gonna start off on the first shelf, which is my Cassandra Clare books. These are the Mortar Instrument series and the Eternal Device. I have the Lost Hour 1 and 2. Here it starts with City of Bones, City of Ash, City of Glass, City of Falling Angels, City of Lost Souls, City of Heavenly Fire, and then right here in the middle I have Chain of Iron. I could not read this for a second. Chain of Iron. I know they came out with another book called Chain of Thorn. I want that. That book is so pretty. So maybe some time in my next video you're gonna see that book up here because I absolutely love this. And I was sad that I couldn't get Chain of Gold that's down here in the corner in paperback. I couldn't get it in this hardback cover. I'm not sure why no one has Chain of Gold in the hardback cover anymore. It's only Chain of Iron, and then the Chain of Gold is kind of in paperback. But right next to that you have the Vane Chronicles. Then we go into the Infernal Devices series, and it is Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, Clockwork Princess, and then like I said, I have Chain of Iron right here in the paperback. I absolutely love how the reason why I gave this its own shelf, not only because of the this was before I decided to organize my bookshelves by authors. This shelf right here in front of you that you're looking at was the only sold bookshelf that I owned at the time when I first started buying books and reading. This was the only first bookshelf I have. Now sooner or later I'll be going on to a 4th bookshelf. But yeah, I absolutely love how this right here lines up to make a picture on the side. Like that is what sold me on these books, is how they just line up to make a perfect picture. Absolutely love that. So that's that shelf. I'm going to bring you guys down to my Sarah J. Maas shelf, and that's this one right here. Now I do know that Throne of Glass came out with new covers. I'm not sure if I like them right now. I have to continue to look at them to see, but I still have the old covers, the one with Elena Sardofian on the front of them. I still have the regular old ones, nothing special, just the old books. But yeah, I may get the new covers. I don't know yet, but we'll see when the day comes. But first we got A Court of Thorn and Roses. Now, I did not tell you, I haven't read any of these books. I haven't read not one. Not a single one. I may add it on April TBR. I may add them on April TBR so I can start reading, diving into this series. But I know a lot of people love this series. So, yeah. Now, back to Miss Sarah J. A Court of Thorn and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruins, A Court of Frost and Starlight. I have The Crescent Cities, House of Earth and Blood. I got this in paperback, but now that I don't know if I want to get it in hardback or wait till this one come out in paperback and get it in paperback, or just get the hardback, paperback, and have 2 copies of this, because if you don't know, I absolutely love Crescent City. Like, and then not to mention the new one is coming out January 30th of 2024, and at this point I'm kind of like excited. So yeah, we'll figure that out too. And then I have Assassin Blade, Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Airfire, Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storms. I have Tower of Dawn and Kingdom of Ash. Now, I read from here all the way back. I have to finish these 3 books, which are also, you guys are really getting a sneak peek into my April TBR, because I'm really just telling you. I'm going to be adding these 3 books to my April TBR, so we're going to be reading those in April to finish off and close out that series. I know a lot of people said to tandem read these 2, because after you read this one, you're going to basically have to go into this one, which is about a whole nother character that really didn't need a book, as they say. But we're going to see. So I might be tandem reading this one. So, yeah. So, and down here, I didn't have any space to add this big chunker, because I know it comes in the paperback and it's coming orange, which I need to get. I have, let me see, I have a quart of Silver Flames. Let me let you guys down a little bit more so you guys can see the shelf in its entirety. I have a quart of Silver Flames, which is in hardback. They came out with the paperback in orange, I want to say a couple months ago. I still haven't purchased that one, which I need to, because that's gonna look so pretty up there. But if I like, I need a longer bookshelf, like longer, so that I can fit most this book up here with the rest of them. So yeah, besides that, I have the whole entire Shatter Me series. I have Shatter Me, Unravel Me, Ignite Me, Restore Me, Defy Me, Imagine Me, and then the novellas Believe Me, Untie Me, and Find Me. Each novella has 2 books in it. Which one is this one? I think it's Believe Me, and it's another novella in this book, if I'm not mistaken, or am I tripping? I think I'm not mistaken. I'm fairly certain it's a novel. But anyways, doesn't matter. It comes with 2 novellas in this book, so that's that. Now, besides this, I have her The Woven Kingdom. I know she had another book that came out with this that's pink that I also need to purchase, because that is so cute. Then I have the Cruel Prince trilogy. Well, yeah. The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, and The Queen of Nothing. And then the Stolen Heir, which is about the brother of the sister in this book. Well, in both of the books. Then I have Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, Ruin and Rising, Six of Crows, and Crooked Kingdom. Now, on this shelf, I've read these 2, Shatter Me and Unravel Me. I started this one that I have to finish. I read The Cruel Prince. I read the first Shadow Me. The Shadow and Bones. I read that one, and I read the first book of Six of Crows. So, yeah. Those are all the books that's on that shelf. Let's drop down to the next shelf. This is kind of like my fantasy shelf for some reason. Like, I kind of made it my fantasy shelf. I might have to transfer you guys onto my miniature tripod so you guys can see. Let's see. Okay, so we're back on the trend. I'm holding you guys now, so if it's a little shaky, excuse me. I don't have steady hands. But on this shelf we have Carval, the Legendary, the Finale, Once Upon a Broken Heart. I haven't read these, but a lot of people love these. I want the cover that is strictly pink and strictly purple, but mine is black on the front. So yeah, excuse me in my one nail. I have the Ballad of Never After, From Blood and Ash, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, the Crown of Gilded Bones, These Violent Delights, Our Endless, Our Violent End. Yeah, I'm trying to read through the camera lens, and yeah. But A Kingdom of the Wicked, then we have Kingdom of the Cursed, Kingdom of the Feared. We have These Hollow Vows, These Twisted Buns, The Daughter of the Pirate King, and The Daughter of the Siren Queen. I cannot read today. Now, on this shelf, I only read from Blood and Ash. I read A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. I read The Kingdom of the Wicked. I read these two, These Hollow Vows, These Twisted Buns, and that's it on this shelf that I've read. I told you guys I barely read half of the books that I own, so now you guys see that I only read probably 5 books. But I swear I read more. I believe I'm reading more on my Kindle than the physical books I have, so yeah. Now I'm gonna count how many books I have, and then I'll let you guys how many books I've read, and then I will put that at the end of the video. And yeah, so we're gonna go down here to the last shelf, which I think this is like my fantasy shelf. I did never notice it, but yeah, it's like my fantasy shelf. Now I was actually absolutely stoked because Entangled Teens actually sent me some bookmarks and stuff to go with these books and things, so I was kind of happy about that. Like, that's like the first thing I received from a publishing company. Like, I got a bookmark to go with the books, to match each of the books, which was kind of dope, and some other things that came with it, which was, I was excited. Like, for me to be doing my first book boostagram post, and they sent me this. I'll post the post that I posted on Boostagram up here. I'm sorry for my phone going off in the back. I need to mute that. But on this shelf I have Crave, Crush, COVID, not COVID, but A Court, The Serpent and Dove, Blood and Honey, Renegades, Fable, Namesake, The Last Legacy, Dance of Thieves, Vow of Thieves, Gilded, and Heartless. So, yeah. Those are all the books that's on this shelf. Now, out of the books that I read on this shelf, I read Crave, Dance of Thieves, Vow of Thieves. Those are the only 3 books that I read on this shelf so far. So, I'm going to give you guys an overview of this shelf. And then we're going to go on to the next bookshelf. Okay, so we're on the shelf right next to this one. I'm holding you guys in my hand because I don't want to keep switching you guys out. But on this shelf, I have the Addicted Calloway Sisters series with some Colleen Hoover books. So we're going to start with the Addicted book. So I have Addicted to You, Ricochet, Addicted for Now, Thrive, Addicted After All. Then we go into the Calloway Kiss the Sky, Hot House Flower, Fuel the Fire, Long Way Down, and Some Kind of Perfect. So those are that. And then we jump right into Colleen Hoover, which is It Ends With Us, It Start With Us, Maybe Someday, Maybe Not, Maybe Now. They're a little fickle. But then we go into Hopeless, All Your Perfect Ugly Love, November 9th, Confess, Without Married, Verity, and then right here we have 3 more Colleen Hoover books, which is for on the next shelf. But since we are here, we might well go. So that's Verity. I have the collection edition version of Verity, which is the gold cover that came with an extended chapter. So that's that. Then we got Regretting You and Layla. Then we have Reminders of Him. Now we're gonna go back over to this shelf, and on this shelf I have Twisted Love, Twisted Game, Twisted Hate, Twisted Lies, The Fine Print, Terms and Condition, and Final Offer. We have Lucy Squarebook, Maddie Moves On, Forever Never. Then we have My Love, The Love of My Life, Things We Never Got Over, and then we have Things We Hide from the Light. I cannot wait until Lucian book comes out. I am going to run, not walk. I'm going to run to the store and pick that book up. Then we have By a Thread. Then we go into Love Hypothesis. Love this book. Absolutely love it. I at first I was like, everybody was hyping this book up so bad, but this book deserves all the hype it gets, plus more. Then we have Love on the Brain. Didn't really like it. Then I have The Flat Share, The Road Trip by Bethel Larry. Then I have The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa. So that's that shelf. And that's this shelf. So, down to this shelf, we have the deal, the mistake, the score, the legacy, the goal. Then we have Finney Donovan is Killing It. Then we have The Summer of Broken Rules. We have The Roughest Draft. Then we have the new release by that duo is Do I Know You. Then we have 99 Days, Top 10, and Counting Down with You. Then we have Opposite of Always. Then we have Part of Your World, the Friend Zone. Then here we go into, I read one Casey West book and got addicted. So I kind of, and the thing is, after I read that one book, I haven't read any of the other books that I purchased. I am kind of like, I'm very impulsive. So once I read this book right here, I absolutely love the cover. This book is so freaking cute. After I read this book, it's short read. You can read it. All her books, oh god, all her books are fairly short reads, so you really can get through it really fast. So after I read that, I was like, oh, that was a good book. I want to see what else her writing's about. And then I heard it was another girl on here. She was talking about On the Fence by Casey West and how she just was so obsessed with this book. So I was like, well, I might as well just buy all her books and read them. And that's the only thing that my Books a Million down here did right by having the books, because as we know, they don't never have anything. But we have Places We've Never Been. Then we have Sunkiss, P.S. I Like You, Moments of Truth. Then we have The Fill-In Boyfriend, Love Life, and The List, The Distance Between Us, On the Fence, and By Your Side, all by Casey West. So all of these are by Casey West. I know I'm doing a bad job of holding this camera, but bear with me. We're gonna go down to the next shelf, which is A Good Girl Guide to Murder, A Good Girl, Bad Blood, As Good as Dead. Then we have The Inheritance Games, The Hawthorne Legacy, and The Final Gambit. I cannot wait till the Brothers Hawthorne, I guess that's the name of the book, the Brother Hawthornes, or the Hawthorne Brother books to come out, because maybe it's a book already called The Hawthorne Brothers. That's why she named it The Brother Hawthorne. But listen, on my channel, we're going to refer to that book as The Hawthorne Brothers, because, girl. But I can't wait till that book come out, because I want to read more about the brothers and their life and things like that. I don't know what the book's going to be about, but I want to read it. So, then I have The Paris Apartment. Then we have A Riley Sager's The House Across the Lake. I am absolutely obsessed with this book. Like, this book is so good. It's so fast paced. I enjoyed the heck out of this book. Like, it's like my favorite book of all time. Well, thriller, because I don't read thriller like that, but that is like top 10. But yeah, then we have Lock Every Door by Riley Sagers. Then we have the guest list by Lucy Foley. Then I have One of Us Is Lying. If you believe it or not, I haven't read that book, but I watched the movie, well, the TV show, and the TV show is so freaking good. But I feel like I don't want to read the book now that I've seen the TV show. But maybe the book is better than the show, so I might need to read it just to see. But next to that, I have We Hunt the Flame. Haven't read that book yet, but I heard a lot of good things about it. I need to dive into it. Then we have The Wrath and the Dawn. Then we have A Touch of Darkness. Then we have Alex Finney, Rock, Paper, Scissors. A lot of people was hyping that book up so bad, but I really didn't like it because I don't know. I don't think I like it because I was just very much I don't know why I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I just was like, girl, why would you book child? Anyways, I didn't like that book. It was a good book, and things happened in the book that I didn't think would happen. Like, I wasn't expecting. Like, I didn't guess the end of the book. I thought it was a totally different outcome that was going to happen. But, yeah. Then we had The Silent Patient. That's like the first thriller book I've ever read. It was The Silent Patient, and I read it because everybody was boosting this book up so bad on TikTok before I started. When I first got back into reading, everybody was hyping The Silent Patient up so bad. So that was like one of the first couple books that I purchased. So yeah, Silent Patient, and this is so good. I absolutely love that book. And you would think that book would have got me into reading thrillers, being that was like the first thriller book I read, but no. Anyways, I own and also read The Perfect Marriage. I have a video on this book, so you can go check that out. We were liars. We were liars. I cannot get that word. I cannot get my words out today. But we are liars. We were liars. Then I don't think I read that one. I haven't read this one. I think I started it, but I haven't read it. So I started that book, but I haven't. I think I read like 3 pages in, and then I put it down for some reason. Like, it didn't catch my attention in the first 3 pages. So a lot of people was like, they didn't like that book, so I didn't read it. Then we have The Cemetery Boys. The Cemetery. Is it Cemetery? Y'all, I cannot read today. We have this book. I haven't read it yet, but this was another one of the books that everybody was talking about on TikTok. So I might do a book a TikTok about the books that TikTok made me buy. So yeah, that's that. Then we're gonna go down here, and I'm gonna actually sit you guys down. We have The Firekeeper's Daughter. We have The Atlas 6. We have The Invisible Life of Emily Rule. One Italian Summer. We have The Midnight Library. You've Reached Sam. The Liar's Crowned. Punk 57. Red Queen. To Kill a Kingdom. We have The Ravens. Legacy or Legend. I don't know why she's in Legacy. Legend. We have In 5 Years. All Sons. All You Give. I'll give you. Listen, Linda. I'll give you the sun. Okay. Then we have The Perfect Couple. I got this book strictly because Sarah Caroli was ranting and raving about how good Ellen Hildebrand books are, and I haven't read it yet, so I can't say if it's good or not. So we'll find out one day. It's probably in the summertime, so we'll find out. I might take this with me on the beach, so you'll see. Then we have Normal People. Haven't read that one. Then listen, don't fight me, but I have this series in 2. Like, I don't even have the complete series. I have like 2 books of the same series, but in different covers. I'm gonna go back and buy the complete series, but I want it in this cover because it's so much cleaner and aesthetically pleasing to me. So I have To All the Boys I Loved Before, and then this one, P.S. I Love You. I Still Love You. P.S. I Still Love You. But I wanted it in this color and not this one. Like, this one is just so much cuter, but they should actually put her face, like, anyways. But yeah, so I think she's like the face of the show. So, and then I have It's Not Summer Without You. Still haven't read that book. Don't have the whole collection. Need it. I need to get it. So we're gonna add that into my Notion books to buy. Then I have Anna and the French Kiss. Haven't read that book yet, but yeah. those are all the books that I have on this shelf. Then we're gonna go to the third shelf so we can finish this off. So let's get back up. All right, now to the third and final shelf. We already went over the Colleen Hoover books that's on this shelf, but we have Priestess Sinner, Saint Coty. We have From Look Off With Love, Say You Still Love Me, The Simple Wow, Meet Cute Diary, Pack Up the Moon, The Way I Used to Be, All the Bright Places, Sweet Cute. We have The Reunion, French Kissing in New York, The Dead Romantics, Before We Were Strangers, Every Summer After, Mary Jane, and Daisy Jones and the Six. Now, I'm gonna tell you something really crazy. I absolutely loved Every Summer After, but I did not like Love in Other Words that much, which is crazy because they basically like the same book. But I think I need to dive back into Love in Other Words because I read that when I was in a slump, so that could be why. But we're gonna go down to the next shelf. What that book is? We have It Happened One Summer, which is like my all-time favorite book. Hook, Line, and Sinker, Strictly Yours. This book was just released. I really didn't like it like that, so yeah. Fixer Up, Tools of Engagements, Lover or Loser. Then we have the old copy of Love in Other Words. Like I said, I really didn't like the book like that, so I didn't feel invested in getting the new copy. So the Unhoneymooners, the Honey Don't List. Then we have Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, The Love Equation, The Soulmate Equation. Why? What? The Soulmate Equation, One True Love. We have After I Do, Forever Interrupted, Beach Read, Book Lovers, People We Meet on Vacation, Better Than a Movie, The Do Over. She just got out a new book, but as always, my Books a Man does not have it, so may have to drive an hour away or just get it mailed, so whatever. The Spanish Love Deceptions, S's and O's, Weather Girl, Lease on Love. That is that shelf. Then we have down here, we have Ace of Spades, Honey and Spice, Legendborn, and Bloodmark. Absolutely favorite books of all time. Amari and the Knight Brothers. I absolutely love this book. I need to read this book. Amari and the Great Game, The Poison Heart, The Wicked Faith, Cinderella is Dead, Love Radio. We have Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. If you haven't read this book, you should read this book. This book is amazing. I absolutely love that book. Then we have Black Girls Must Die Exhausted. Then we have The Date Playbook, The Gilded Ones. Then we have While We Were Dating. And then we have Briarcliff Prep, Blood Like Magic. And that is this shelf. And then the last shelf is, because the shelf is under here, is empty, and it's actually holding my little thing right now and my daughter's cell phones. So we have, wait for it, The Hating Game. Just like One of Us Is Lying, I watched the movie, haven't read the book, need to read the book. We have Funny You Should Ask, Alex Approximately, Starry Eyes, Love and Other Great Expectations, Field Notes on Love, Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. We have Red, White, and Royal Blue, 6 Crimson Canes. We have this book right here, this big old chunker, and it's All He'll Ever Be. I heard this book is like extremely spicy, so we're gonna get to that one day. Then we have more mystery books that I still haven't read but owned for a while. All the Missing Girls, The Secret Next Door, Then She Was Gone, The Ex-Hex, Furyborn. We have Anatole After, and then Before. I think one of these books I bought strictly because the girl last name was Mac. So I don't know which book was it. Was it this one? Yes. We have the same last name, like the exact same last name. So that's why I bought this book. So when I seen that Ella Mac, I was like, oh yes, she's coming home with me. But those are all the books that I have on this bookshelf. Like I said, that shelf down there is currently empty for now, but I got some Amazon books coming, so it'll be filled in no time. But that is this shelf. And onto my TBR card right now, right in front of me. These are the books that I was reading in March, or am reading for the month of March. Well, that was on my TBR. Let's say that. Tomorrow, A Little Life Traumatizer. 7 Days in June, The Housemaid, Icebreaker, The No Show. I've been dying for this book and still haven't read it yet, which is crazy. If You Had Been With Me, Real by Kennedy Bryant, Happy Stance by Tessa Bailey, and alright guys, so that's all the books that I physically own for now. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.